Welcome to Mario's Market, historic figure and store on the west side in the black community. We're gonna get in there, we're gonna talk to the man himself, Super Mario. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, here we are again. The Community Spotlight and RDI is back, and it is the month of February, Black History Month, so we definitely want to spotlight some people who have been major pillars in the African American community. And so we have somebody really special here. I want you guys to know we will be doing this once a week for the entire month of February, and we're starting with none other than Super Mario from Mario's West Side Market here on the historic West Side. Mario, how's everything going, man?
It is going great, thank you.
Good.
It's a privilege for you to come in and think about me, because that's not what I do. I don't do for that reason. I just do it because it's the right thing to do in the neighborhood.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And that's probably the reason why you were the first person that we thought about. Because when we started putting this list together, we were like, we gotta go talk to Mario, because you're a big figure. And so, I mean, I'm looking at the review journal. Super Mario, is the nickname that they gave you. You're definitely somebody that breathes life into the community. Can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing and everything like that?
I was born over in Marble Manor, or over in Washington, and Martin Luther King. It was Highland back then.
Oh, okay.
And then as we grew older, I was in Casa Rosa, which is a project over behind Jerry's Nuggets, which is gone also. They tore it down. But, this is my neighborhood. When I first came over here, I had a little not resentment. I had people saying, what are you doing over here? But I said, I was born over here.
Right.
This is my neighborhood too.
Right.
And it's been a beautiful fit ever since.
Man, you've done a lot here. You know what I mean? You've definitely, you're more than accepted here. You're somebody that changes things. How did you get into the market business? And
I started as a box boy for Vegas Village.
Okay.
And then they sold out, and a gentleman named Sam Johnson bought it, and it was called J&J Supermarkets.
Okay.
And he took me under his wing, and sort of taught me the business, and I grew into the business. And when he closed, he was going to close down. He closed some of his stores, and he had a little mini mart left over on Cheyenne. And it was a gang infested area. And he said, we can make this, I'll give you half. And we did it. We changed it. We grew into the neighborhood just like we did over here. And he kept his word. And this is where I'm at today.
Man, that is beautiful. That's a beautiful story, man. And so, can you give us a little breakdown of how Mario's became that stable West Side Market?
Well, first of all, I believe in, if you want respect, you have to give respect.
Yeah.
You treat people how you want to be treated. And I treat all my customers with respect. And when this used to be Super 6 or Super 8, something like that. And when especially the African Americans, when they'd come into the store, they would follow them around the store.
Right.
And why would you want to shop at a place where you're being followed or you're not being trusted?
Right.
See, and I don't do that here.
Right.
So I believe in just respect. I guess I can't say that too much.
That's a beautiful thing, because you got the respect by giving, right?
And then you get that trust.
Yes.
I also have a board in the back that has tabs on it, and that's mostly seniors and families that during the month, during say the middle of the month, they run out of food or so they come in and I let them charge. And at the end of the month, they'll come pay me. I lose a lot, but I've gained a lot too. And that's another, and that's going out through the neighborhood.
Wow.
Is that I won't turn nobody away that's hungry. You know, I have some homeless people come in here and they're hungry, or a gentleman will come and say, hey, me and my kids, can I get some, and I'll give them staples, you know, milk, potato, bread, cereal, that type of stuff that'll last them, not just one meal, but several meals. And, you know, like I say, I've been there. I've been to where I go to the ice cream truck and my friends will say, hey, you don't want an ice cream? No, I'm not hungry. Knowing that I was hungry, I just didn't have the money to buy an ice cream or to get something. So I remember that. That's why you got to be humble.
So, I mean, I noticed you do a lot, like, more than just the marketing. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe, like, the sports aspect and different things you do in the community?
Captain Plummer from the Bolden Area Command, he was a new captain that just came over there, and he was out visiting his businesses. And he stopped here and he says, what can we do to help in the community? And I said, let's start a Little League. Yeah. And he says, a Little League? I said, yeah, the kids haven't played a Little League over here. Let's start a baseball program. And he said, oh, that's a great idea. Well, then he laughed. And I thought, you know what, that's another one of those promising stuff and never comes to light. But he didn't. He came back, okay, how are we going to do this? So we started, you know, giving each other ideas, and I said, first of all, we need to stick with what's in our community. So what I decided was, let's call it Bolden Little League. I want to do it because of Larry Bolden, who was the first African American to go to the rank of, I believe, was deputy chief for the Metropolitan Police Department, and that's why they named the substation after him. Well, let's honor him a little bit more. Let's do this Little League under Bolden, and it fits into the neighborhood. You know, it's what I think is right, and we did it. And this is our 4th year with the Little League. And one of the reasons it keeps growing and growing is because we don't charge not a kid in the neighborhood to play baseball. It's free. And we buy all the equipment, and the kids play ball. During the time that we practice, we start with getting on the fields for practice, to the end of the season, crime in that area dropped dramatically. I mean, they couldn't believe how much crime had dropped, because now everybody's at the park, they're playing ball, there's, you know, you have spectators, it's just a great thing for the whole neighborhood. It's bridging that gap a little bit between, you know, the community and the police. There's a couple instances where one of the coaches, he's an officer, and he got dispatched to a domestic battery in the Jets, the apartments behind us. And when they get there, he opens you knock on the door, they open the door, and who's there? One of the coach's players, this officer's players. And just the relief that the coach was telling me, that just the relief that you can see on this young man's face, because there was somebody he knew, not just somebody in uniform that was going to come and wreak havoc.
Right.
It was somebody that he was familiar with, comfortable with, and it turned out to be a positive incident for everything. But that's the type of deal you want in a community, is where the kids trust the police, and vice versa. The police gotta, you know, trust the kids.
Right.
And I think that that type of program really works. Now, Metro just received a national award from the Attorney General of the United States for that program, for Bolden Little League. Because it's out of police departments all over the country, they picked one of the winners was Metropolitan Police Department, and it was for the Bolden Little League, that how that program has brought the community and the police work together and their community policing.
That is amazing. So wow, I mean, the bridges that are being created there, just that story alone, you know what I mean, for there to be trust between the youth in the police department.
And it goes the other way too. There was an officer that when he was a coach, when he first started, he was a little tough with the kids. He was like, the kids, of course the kids are pretty tough themselves.
Right.
And they're mouthy, and the kids would say something to him and he would say something smart back, and he just doesn't seem like he wants to be here. And by the end of the season, that officer that I didn't think was going to make it, that because it's just it's different. You have a white guy,
right,
and mostly black and Hispanic kids, and you can just tell there was a little uneasiness there.
Right.
But by the end of the season, he was bringing them pizza to eat. They were jumping in and out of his car. They were wearing his vest. So it worked the other way too. The officer got to be humble and see, this is what it's about.
Yes.
It's not them badass kids. These are kids, and he fell in love with the kids. And like I said, he was just going overboard. He'd bring his car out, police car out, turn on the siren and stuff. And them kids will remember that.
Right.
They'll remember that the rest of their lives.
I definitely think that's something that sets you apart for sure. The recognition of the relationship that you have with your community, with our community. Well, Mario, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to really, let us know what's going on. Again, this is the Community Spotlight, so we want to honor you. I want to just say personally thank you for everything that you do for the West Side and everything that you do for, this is your community. Like you said, man, this is where you grew up and you're giving back. You're standing on strong principles and values, man, and we appreciate you. We celebrate you here, Mario. Just say thank you again, man, for giving us some time to, share this with the world.
Well, I appreciate you coming out. I also want to give thanks to Councilman Greer. He's been a big supporter of Little League, of our Bolden program. Commissioner McCurdy that just got into, I think this is his first year. I know it's his first, he just got elected. Same thing. I want to thank both of them for thinking about us, because it seems like over here we get forgotten about. We're the last to get things. That's why I go out and I go buy bikes, because I want our kids in this neighborhood, 89106, to have what everybody else has.
Yes. So I do have one more question that I'm going to ask, and we can close with that. For all of the young entrepreneurs or just people that want to become professionals or maybe business owners or run Fortune 500 one day, do you have anything you would like to say to them?
I'd like to say, I had a friend of mine, Victor Dunn, who would say, and he would always say this: make good choices. Choices that you make today is going to follow you when you grow up. And he would tell the younger kids this. So make good choices. You can be anything you want to be, and don't never let no one say you can't just because of the area you were brought up in. Because you can be anything you want to be. Make good choices, and you'll succeed.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mario. Man, let's just make better choices, people, and continue to move in a positive direction. This is BPN, Mario's West Side Market. Wow.
If you need somebody to help you pick up, he is a helping man. I got love for him like he's my real dad. I've been around him since elementary. He been helping me since I was doing bad, since I lost my mama. I grew up without a mama and a father, and he been like my father to me. He helped me, my brother, my sister, and now he helping me and my girl, trying to pick us up, and we having a little child, so he's trying to help us get built up, and I'm around here helping. So what can I say? Like, he 100% a good person. He a good person to be around. Somebody to pick you up when you're doing bad. Somebody you need to talk to. He's one of the main person I'll go to.
Mario used to be a bag boy for me when he was in high school, so that's how far back we go. So anyway, without Mario, there is no community, So So he does a lot for the community. Even with the kid, he does a lot for the kids too, you know. And so he is the community. Mario, I call him my son. I've been knowing him for so long. He's great. He's really great. Couldn't find nobody better.
That's beautiful.